Scheme, welcome back to a brand new news video. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. I'm Mysticle, and as usual, I'm going to be your host. You've got chapters down below to skip to any specific part of the video that you might be most interested in, and with that being said, let's get right into the news as there's quite a bit of them today. First piece of information that we've got today is actually Clear Quest 3s. This is something we've seen Meta do in the past, but apparently they have created special versions of the Quest 3 that are clear for people that worked on it. It's just a really cool little thing to do, and as a matter of fact, there's actually Clear Quest 2 mods that you guys can do yourselves. Who knows, we may actually do a Quest modding video, like a hardware modding video on this channel in the near future, but for now, let's take a look at some of these Clear Quest 3s. Meta gave a Clear Quest 3 to a handful of employees who worked on the headset, including the CTO, Andrew Bosworth. He revealed the limited edition employee-only Quest 3 variant in a post on Threads, where he showed himself wearing it on a flight. Last year, Andrew Bosworth revealed that Meta made a clear variant of the Quest Pro as well, for employees who worked on that too. So this appears to be somewhat of a tradition for Meta. Moving on, we've got Bonelab improvements. For those of you guys that play Bonelab, you're about to get a massive amount of improvements. These improvements are going to be mostly for the Quest 3. However, some of these also apply to our other devices. This includes enhancements and major physics upgrades. Originally launched in 2022, Stress Level Zero's Bonelab introduces under-the-hood changes in this new update. Patch 4 adds player rig enhancements aimed at making it feel better to control. SDK updates focused on mod level creation and additional assets for level creators. The zone system also has been completely rebuilt for level creation, entity tracking, and performance optimization. While those changes apply to both platforms, Bonelab also introduced further enhancements for Quest 3 owners. Alongside a greatly increased texture cache, Patch 4 also included 4 times anisotropic filtering and improved foveated rendering. You can find the Quest-specific patch notes in the description down below. Patch 4 also follows recent news that you can now play Boneworks, Bonelab's physics-driven PC VR shooter predecessor from Stress Level 0 on Quest via the unofficial Labworks mod. Created by Volks64 and Evrodev, it recreates the full Boneworks campaign and several non-campaign levels for both Quest and PC VR. That's pretty crazy, actually. People have been talking about that ever since Bonelab launched, I feel like, and now they've actually done it. Props to them. This is definitely something we're going to need to try out. With more of the studio almost ready, we're going to have a space where we will be streaming more in the very near future. So that's probably something that we could try out together on stream. Here is an interesting one, as John Carmack apparently tried killing the Quest Pro before it flopped. The former Oculus CTO and then technical consultant, before leaving in 2022, revealed this in a debate on X about benefits of eye-tracked foveated rendering. In the discussion, Carmack argued, as he publicly did even before the Quest Pro launched, that the benefits of a headset with Quest Pro's relatively low resolution don't outweigh the drawbacks. Specifically, he argued, the energy used to sample and process the eye-tracked cameras would be better used on overclocking the GPU, which he claims would result in even better performance. To quote from John Carmack himself, "I tried to kill the Pro completely. I had very high confidence that it would be a commercial failure, and distract the teams for a year, preventing them from doing more valuable work on mass market products. Still, to be fair, you can't really compare the wired PSVR 2 with standalone Quest Pro." So as you can see there, John Carmack did believe that the Quest Pro was actually a waste of time. And I mean, ultimately, it does kind of seem that way. It is a product I personally own, and I really like it, but for the price that it came out at, it was definitely not going to have the market appeal that the Quest 2 did, especially after people were waiting so long for Meta to release something cheaper. And then they went and released this. People were quite disappointed. That, and as John Carmack said himself, I do also personally believe that eye tracking in a headset like this, I don't know. I don't notice the difference as much as I thought I would between this and, let's say, the Quest 3. As a matter of fact, the Quest 3 is actually better. In a headset with a much higher resolution and probably higher FOV, yeah, that would be incredibly handy, but on a headset like the Quest Pro, it would probably be better off with an overclocked GPU. Now, onto some exclusives. Following last month's reveal, Batman Arkham Shadow gave us a new look at the upcoming VR action adventure game from Camouflage at Summer Game Fest. Set between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, Gotham City finds itself designed by the Rat King and his cult-like followers, who've abducted Commissioner Gordon and District Attorney Harvey Dent and threatened to execute them in a day of wrath. Today, we got a new trailer for the game, and you can see that playing above me right now. Though the trailer didn't reveal any gameplay footage, gameplay will be shown at Gamescom 2024. Meta states Arkham Shadow offers the same blend of exploration, stealth, and free-flowing combat the series is known for, which sounds brilliant. I mean, a series as big as Batman showing up in VR is great news, and hopefully, for the fans, it's actually a good game and not just something thrown together because virtual reality. Talking about exclusives, Ubisoft's Just Dance, which was actually supposed to arrive on the Pico 4 as an exclusive, is apparently instead getting released on Quest in October, after Pico missed the beat. Apple VR reported last year that the project, originally revealed in 2022 as Pico's first and only major exclusive title, had found a new partner to take the lead and help them finish development. Pico laid off a significant portion of its workforce after stopping short of release in the United States of the Pico 4. The Just Dance. Now, the Just Dance VR Beat goes on Quest 2, Quest 3, and Quest Pro. The title is slated for release on Quest headsets on October 15th, with 25 songs included, ranging from originals to recent pop hits. So I'm guessing that maybe Ubisoft decided, if Pico isn't going to release in the United States, it's just not worth their time, and instead decided to go for Quest. Talking about another headset that is planning on releasing in more countries, but this one probably isn't going to stop, the Apple Vision Pro will soon launch outside the US in these 8 countries. Vision Pro is currently only sold in the US, where it launched on February 2nd, starting at $3,500. At its annual WWDC conference, Apple announced the Vision Pro is coming to the UK, Canada, Germany, France, Australia, Japan, Singapore, and China. Wow, Germany. I might actually go get to see this thing in that case, which is pretty cool, because I'm in Poland. I can literally just drive over, make a whole vlog out of it. China, Japan, and Singapore will come first on June 28th, with pre-orders opening this Thursday at 6 p.m. PT. The UK, Canada, Germany, France, and Australia will follow on July 12th, with pre-orders opening on June 28th at 5 a.m. PT. Apple hasn't yet revealed regional pricing or accessory availability. Oh, that's interesting. I can probably assure you guys that I will not be buying this thing because it is incredibly expensive, but that will not stop me from actually driving over to Germany if I have to try it out inside the Apple Store. And finally, after, half a year, giving you guys my experience. It's going to be a little bit late, but I still haven't had the chance to even look at this thing, let alone hold it and actually test it. And I still want to do it. It is apparently one of the hottest VR things right now. People are wearing this thing as straight up just an accessory at this point. Steam Next Fest, something that applies to a few more of us, is returning with more free PC VR demos. Now live for 1 week, 2024's second Steam Next Fest, following February's event, features 15 PC VR games. The biggest highlight is Subside, an underwater exploration game that we actually previously talked about on this channel. There might be further PC VR games taking part in Steam Next Fest, though Steam only showed us what they've listed below. That includes some returning titles from February's event, like Lushfoil, Photography Sim, and Jarpog, though most of these are new games. For now, here's the full list of PC VR demos, which you can see going over me right now. In case you guys are interested in any of these demos, now might be the right time to try them. Steam Next Fest is a fantastic time for us to try out free demos and see if we're actually interested in the game before buying it. Blade & Sorcery's full release is coming out very, very soon, even though the game seems super smooth to me and everything. I mean, there are other titles that go on full release that are a lot less polished than Blade & Sorcery, but after 5 years in early access, Blade & Sorcery finally enters full release next week on PC VR. Developed by Warp Frog, we previously learned that Blade & Sorcery was nearing full release last October. Originally targeting Q1 of 2024, the developer announced the version 1.0 is now arriving on June 17th for PC VR. To reflect this, a price increase will take place on the same day from $20 to $30, giving you a week to buy it before the upcoming increase. So in case you guys are interested in buying Blade and Sorcery, now might be the right time to do so, before that increase in price. I mean, I understand why the increase in price. It's been in early access for like the longest time, and I assume they want to give the people that supported them during early access just a little bit of a, feel special moment. Thank you for supporting us kind of thing. And now that the game is finally going to be finished, even though again, I thought it was finished ages ago, it's going to be a more normal price for a virtual reality game, I guess. But yeah, nice to see. Blade and Sorcery finally going full release. VisionOS 2.0 was actually announced during WWDC, and there's quite a few things to be excited for here. VisionOS 2.0 will add 2 system hand gestures. Opening your palm and pinching with your index finger to your thumb will bring up the app launcher, the same menu gesture as on Meta Quest headsets, and facing your palm down again will reveal a new hand-locked information bar with the time, volume, battery percentage, and connectivity status. Pinching it will open the control center. The update will also allow you to rearrange apps on your home screen, which is currently forced to alphabetical sorting with no customization. I feel like I need to mention this because it's really funny to me, but during WWDC, Apple finally also allowed people to rearrange their icons on their iOS home screen, where you can just kind of grab it and move it anywhere like that. It's huge innovation. I don't know, I'm sorry. VisionOS 2 will turn regular photos into spatial photos, making them 3D using advanced machine learning. Now that's cool. Taking a completely normal photo and turning it into a spatial photo is something that I did sort of see coming. I mean, we've already got photogrammetry, so I assume this is just bringing that up to a whole new level, but actually seeing it happen, being here right now, because yes, you can actually download the beta version of VisionOS 2 already if you own an Apple Vision Pro, is just really cool. The Mac Virtual Display feature is set to get major improvements, expanding the display into a virtual ultra-wide equivalent to 2 4K monitors together. Apple says this is powered by eye-tracked dynamic foveation. Safari is getting support for playing full-screen videos on a gigantic virtual screen in a virtual environment, including YouTube and Netflix. A new environment will be available called Bora Bora. Vision Pro will also become an AirPlay target, allowing you to easily cast media from other Apple devices such as your iPhone. Your physical Magic Keyboard will show up in fully immersive environments called Keyboard Breakthrough, and physical mice are now supported. Guest mode is also getting a significant upgrade. VisionOS 2 will allow you to add guest users and save their hand and eye tracking for 30 days. That's really cool. Travel mode, currently designed for airplanes, is getting support for trains. And as was announced in May, VisionOS 2 will add live captions, which will apply to live conversations via the microphone input, as well as audio from any app, including FaceTime calls. Apple is making more improvements to scene understanding, including adding object tracking and allowing anchoring objects to real surfaces or any orientation. Okay, the list goes on and on. VisionOS 2 is huge, and Apple has actually added a ton of really cool features there. I just read out a few of the larger ones. In case you guys do want to learn more, upload VR article down in the description below as usual, but that is going to be it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you learned something new, and if you liked it, please give it a like. If you disliked it, I guess it works too, but let me know why down below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and a Reddit down below where I want to see you posting your Spice memes. And thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing, incredible, seriously, and thank you to anyone else supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form. Seriously, much love to you guys. You guys are what makes this happen. Audio, if it seemed a little bit different today, I'm really sorry. I'm working on the mixing here. My other microphone actually decided to fry itself. When I plug it into my PC, it causes a power surge. But, micro USB, worst connector on the planet. So we have a new one now. It's going to take me a while to get the mixing just right on this one. As usual, if you guys want me to notify content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you in the next video. Peace.